Hey, it's Emily from Emily Plans Life. It's been a while since I made a video. Thought I'd jump back into it here for the new year. My husband got hurt at the end of last year, and so things just got crazy. And even though I was making some videos about memory keeping in our camper season got cut short last year. So he's much better, almost back to totally normal. And so hopefully I'll have some trips coming up in the spring to document. But today I'm going to go over my planner lineup. I do use a Frankenplanner, and I'm just going to show you the 3 planners I'm using for that and what I'm doing with each of them. And then I'll do a little flip through at the end. One that I'm obviously not Frankenplanning is my MakseLife. I'm going to use that for a goals planner this year. I tried the power sheets last year, but I'm thinking this might just be a better fit. So that's the goals part. And then for my 3 planners that I've put into my Frankenplanner, I've got 3 different layouts. The first one is this dashboard. It says follow the stars on it. It's really pretty. It is so neutral, like no color whatsoever. I'm loving not having a colored box up here to fool with every month or every week. But to be honest, this planner is a little boring, but it's okay. I like it. I like the neutrality of it, so we're going to work with it. And then second one I'm using is my monthly layout. I've been using this, started back in July, and I use this as a creativity planner. So every month I don't necessarily share it, but I keep up with different things that I'm doing creatively, projects and things like that. And then a new one this year is this meal planner. So I generally do meal plan our dinners, but would like to kind of do that ahead of time, and I really like the way this is set up, so we're going to try it out this year. So for the first couple years I was decorative planning. I have been Frankenplanning, but I always use the cover from my main or my catch-all, whatever I wanted to call it, planner. Again, like I said, this one I find a little bit boring, and the last few months last year I started going through and changing out my disc every month, my cover, some of the accessories, folders, everything. So I may not show that every month on here, but I do like switching it out and rotating some of my old products in. So I chose this. I think this was maybe from a wellness planner a couple of years ago. Not 100% on that, but I'm using that for January, and setting up my planner a little bit different this year. So again, still Frankenplanning, but I've got some different sections laid out here. And then the first thing I did was I just decorated my name page, which I don't normally do, but I really like it. So just found lots of cute little stickers here. And then got my calendars, and then I'm using the perpetual calendar for birthdays and anniversaries this year. I have had a birthday tracker in the past, but I found that I wasn't really looking at it. So this way it's right at the front of my planner, and I can check that out regularly. And then I find that I keep like on my weekly, I just keep writing the same stuff over here, and then I write it on the next week and the next week. So I'm trying something different this year and having like one big brain dump section. So I've got some things that were just on my mind here in the last week. I've got some extra sheets here, and then some trigger list here, just things that I can that will help me make that brain dump and get it organized. And then I just mark things off as I do them. Every week I'm going to be going through and taking things from this list and putting it onto my weekly to-dos. So in addition to, maybe adding some other things that are pertinent right then. So that's the plan for that. We'll adjust if needed. And then another thing I have in here is Live CE, where I'm a pharmacist. I just try to write a month or 2 out so that every week when I'm making my schedule, I can check it out and see if I'm available for any of those opportunities. And then I stuck just a couple of daily sheets. I don't use these very often, so I don't need a ton of them in here, but I've got that. I have this folder that I'm using just to tuck some important things in. And then my first section, I just labeled Don't Forget. And this is my weekly planning stuff. So this gorgeous vellum is from Jane's Agenda. It was in the December subscription box. And then I'm also doing my monthly a little bit different this year. So trying to keep up with what happens is that I usually make this and then I forget to ever look at it again. So I'm writing things down as soon as I know about them. And then as I'm making my weekly schedule, I'm going back here and putting things in and putting them on the days as I need to and stuff like that. So there's my weekly section. In the back, I have some of these sheets. These came out maybe a year ago or so, and I just use them for pre-planning so I can keep up with future appointments and things like that. I was doing that last year for a few months, and it worked really well, so I'm going to keep that up. And then my next section is a health section. So I kind of go back and forth with having a wellness section. Sometimes I keep up with it, sometimes I don't. Part of my problem is that I don't really always know what I want to track. So right now I'm not using one for wellness exactly, but I do want to track how many times I do yoga this year. So I put this little sheet in here. It's from Elise Joy. She's a blogger I've been following for probably 10 years. You know, I see her on Instagram and she puts out this tracker every year. And then I just put some Squad Girl stickers on it. And then in this section, I also have, I put some, this is like a guided journal I think I got at Walmart. So I do not use this every day for sure, but I just put a couple weeks worth in here and we'll see how that goes. And then this is where I've put that first month of the meal planner. So I've got a sheet with just our staple things that we get like every time we go to the store, or that we always want to have on hand. And then I may use this grocery list. I really use an app on my phone, so I'm not super worried about that. And then I'm going to put what our meal plans for the week are. Y'all, this is really a way to like use up some of those food stickers that I've never used. And for the monthly, I have thought about maybe meal planning in advance. We cook 2 to 3 meals a week. You know, it's just the two of us, so we always have leftovers, and we also go out on Saturdays generally for date night. So I might come up with like, I don't know, maybe 10 or 12 meals for the month and have those over here and literally just choose 2 a week. So we'll see how that goes. I do not have that planned for January, but that's a tentative plan. And then I may also just document on here what we actually end up having for dinner because, you know, my lunch or my work schedule changes sometimes. So sometimes what we plan isn't necessarily what we end up having. The next section I've labeled Be Creative, and this is that first, or that planner that I showed you where it's the monthly layout. So I use this for creative stuff, for, you know, scrapbook crops, if there was a challenge I wanted to keep up with, just anything creative goes in here. So I don't decorate this a ton. I haven't been showing it a lot lately, but I've got all these things written down. There's a scrapbooking crop I want to do, a part of Wild University. I did not do December daily last month, so I'll be playing around with that. So I made a little page here to keep up with it. And then I really like to do planner challenges. So I write some of them down over here and then what they are, what their themes are for the month or for each week, and then kind of make a note so I can add their hashtag to my post. And then these are just a few other things I wanted to do for post ideas for that. I keep the Victoria Marie. It's a scrapbook thing that I'm part of. She has some virtual crops every month almost. And so I keep that here. Another thing I'm doing is someone reached out to me and I started being part of the design team for Disney Creative Company. It is a scrapbooking website and it's really all about community, and there's a gallery and a forum. It's going to be so fun. And so that just started. I'm actually only using the dividers from, I think it's a vertical Disney planner. I'm not really sure. I've had it. It actually started like back in July or August, but I'm just using the dividers here because I think they're super cute and I want to change them out every month. And then these are some inserts that came from Jane's Agenda. They are going to be perfect for this because over here I'm going to mark like when these challenges go live because I'll need to post those days. And then in here, you know, I may have some deadlines about when next projects need to come in, so I'm going to put those there. And then this is actually a social media page from forever ago. We have probably 4 challenges per month, and so I've got room here to do 3, and then I'm just sticking 1 on the back so I can write what the topic is, what my ideas are, what products I use, different things like that. And then over here I plan on writing like things to do, like take the pictures, edit, upload, all the things. And then I threw a couple of Disney papers in the back just for some notes. And then the last section I have not labeled, but it is just a notes page. I generally change out this tab every month, literally just for something cute. So right now, went with Squad Girls, and then sometimes I go with an old seasonal planner that I had, and I just put a piece of paper on the back. Last year I had a really cute book log, but I did not keep up with it because I made it too complicated. So it involved putting a sticker down for every book. I ain't got time for that. So what I'm doing, I just use some really cute stickers from Caitlin Plans, and I'm just going to write my books that I read. I think I'll be able to keep up with this a lot better. This little insert here is also from Jane's Agenda in the December box. I don't subscribe to that box. I just have got it a couple of times to try it out. So I may use those this year. I already had a couple of pages in here from Cloth and Paper, so they're similar to that. And then I had one more sheet of this tracker that I may or may not use. So that's it. That is my Frankenplanner. I really enjoy keeping all my stuff together in one spot. It just helps me keep up with it. So let me know what you think. So again, thank you so much for coming by. If you don't already, hit subscribe and follow me on Instagram. Have a great day.